School safety have been in the headlines since the incident at McKinley High School in Buffalo last month. You may remember a student was stabbed and a security guard was shot. Well, since then, the Buffalo School District has a new interim superintendent. Parents are expressing safety concerns, and we're learning more about incidents over several years at McKinley High when the police were called. Two on Your Side's Kelly Dudzik joining me now to start today's show with a story that you'll only see on 2. It's a first look at more than a dozen pages worth of police reports from McKinley. Kelly.
Yeah, Kate, I just got those police reports using the Freedom of Information Act. We wanted to find out whether there was a pattern of problems at the school where police were called in to help. The shooting and stabbing happened on February 9th, and teachers told my colleague Claudine Ewing on the day of the shooting that they had been complaining about violence at the school for months. On February 22nd, almost 2 weeks after the shooting, I set out to find out how many times police were called out to the school over the past 3 school years. So I wanted to go back before COVID, since students were learning from home for so long. But in order to get that information and the police reports, I had to file a Freedom of Information request.
So what were you able to find out before getting the new information?
Yeah, so there's this online database, and I was able to look up crime stats on the city's website going back to 2006 for the 1500 block of Elmwood, but that's as specific as it gets. You can't look anything up by the exact address, so you just know if it happened on the same block as the high school. You don't know if it happened actually at the high school. So here's more of what I was able to find out. The data again went back to 2006. It showed that people reported 155 crimes from that year through the day that I looked it up, February 22nd, for the 1500 block of Elmwood. The most recent incident listed was an assault that happened on February 9th at the school around 3 in the afternoon, and we know that that was the shooting and stabbing. Now, since the start of this school year, 2 types of crimes have been reported on that block: assaults and thefts. So Kate, new tonight at 6, I'll share what I found out in the police reports that I got back yesterday. Again, 14 pages of new information.
Yeah, certainly information that people want to know.
Yeah.
So more to come. Kelly, thank you. And by the way, those 2 teenagers that were charged in the incident at McKinley High School last month were in court today because they appeared in juvenile court. We are not airing their names. The 2 remain held in the Juvenile Detention Center on East Ferry. The lawyer for the one who is charged with attempted murder and assault for allegedly stabbing a 14-year-old student outside McKinley said in court today that his client told police that he was involved in a fight with the victim, but that he was not the one among a group who'd gathered who stabbed him. So his attorney says a wrinkle in the state's relatively new raise the age law could aid his effort to get him released from custody and his case transferred to family court.
The raise the age statute is silent on accessorial liability. And while it's good and fair and you can indict under accessorial liability, it's not necessarily okay under the raise the age statute. It doesn't mean that it's a sufficient grounds for removing the case from family court to county court.
He also said in court today that prosecutors have yet to produce evidence proving his client did the stabbing. No knife, no photographs, no DNA, no witness.